Okay, I'm making this video. This is the day after the inauguration. The inauguration of Donald J. Trump. I'm not dreaming. This is not a dream. This is real. This is the day after. This is Saturday morning, early Saturday morning. Let's see. It is almost 4:45. And this video is for people who are upset and mad about the fact that he's our president, not Hillary. Things for those of you who are unhappy that Trump is our new president. You obviously did not must have been having a great time during the last 8 years. You obviously must not have had to get a job or graduate from college and then get a job in the last 8 years. Okay, that is obviously must be true for you, because if you had done that, then you would not have had a good time looking for a job, or graduating from college and try to find a good job, because most likely you would not have been able to find one, and you would have had to have taken one crappy job after crappy job after crappy job. Okay, if you supported Obama, that's probably not the case for you. But for millions of people, it was not only the case, it was their life. I have not had a good job since I graduated in 2011. And Obama was president then, and he's been president since then, until yesterday. Okay? And so, people say, you shouldn't blame Obama for the economy. Well, what did he not do? I mean, is he to blame for the economy being crappy? For the most part, yeah. For one, Obamacare caused a lot of companies to lay people off, to have to cut costs. The Democrats were, not a single Republican voted for that crap. Not a single Republican voted for it. And look what's going on now, because of it. Because of it, we have a Republican majority in the Senate, and we have a Republican majority in the House. And we have a Republican president. Okay? What does that tell you? That tells you that it destroyed it hurt a lot of people. And they could not wait to go vote. They could not wait to get out there and vote for the Republican. In the House races, in the Senate races, they could not wait. A lot of people, voted, somebody with the R next to their name, hey, I'm going to vote for them. So anyway, you know, yeah, you Democrats had it great the last 8 years. Meanwhile, millions of your fellow citizens were suffering. Millions of people had jobs and are now on unemployment or on food stamps and welfare programs. So, and I've said this before. I've said this before. You Democrats are afraid. You're afraid. You're afraid of Trump. You're afraid that he's going to help rebuild the inner city, and black people and a lot of minorities who are on welfare right now will get jobs, and they will not need you anymore. And that's what you're afraid of. Well, Obama could have done that. Obama could have helped them get jobs. But no, what do? You give them benefits to get their votes. You give them benefits. Why don't you give them a job instead? Why don't you do that? Why, instead of taking as many people as you can and getting them on government programs, why don't you get them a job so that they can work for a company and have a better life than what they would have just sitting on their butt on welfare and doing nothing? Why can't you do that? Why is that such a, why are Democrats so opposed to that? But did they do that? No. They make it so that companies have a harder time. You guys want to put 20 million people on health, get million people health care. It's like, come on. How about take the 20 million people without health care? How about get them a job instead? How about get them a job instead so that they're working, so that they can have a better life than sitting on welfare and other government programs. Getting a government check instead of get a paycheck instead of a welfare check. That's true compassion. That's true caring about other people. When you take them from dependency to make them independent, that's true compassion. That's true, like I said, compassion. It's true compassion when you take somebody that's been dependent on the government and you get them to the point where they have a job, making a decent amount of money, and having the kind of life that that they would want to live. But do Democrats support that? No. Democrats do not support that. Democrats want as many people on government programs and dependent on the government for their survival as possible. Okay? And no, I didn't hear this from Fox. I don't write down notes. Fox telling me what to think. Okay? And Fox News is not on the RNC's payroll. Okay? The Fox News does not get paid by the RNC to believe what they believe. Unlike CNN, which is on the Democrats' payroll. CNN is paid by Democrats to believe what they believe, to say what they say. That is an absolute fact. Okay? That came out quite a while ago. That the DNC was paying CNN to believe what they believe. Anyway. But anyway, excuse me. But anyway, um, Trump is our president. You know, accept it. You know, you don't have to like it. You know, you don't have to like it. But I can guarantee you, you will not have to take one crappy job after crappy job after crappy job because Donald J. Trump is our president, okay? For all you liberals out there, that is not going to happen, okay? And all those things that you've been told that are going to happen, that you think are going to happen when Trump's president, are not going to happen. You know, you think World War III is going to break out, you think we're going to get into another war and have to institute the draft, you know, which is what I think my sister thinks. That is not going to happen. That will never happen. Okay? That will never happen. Your sons in 4 or 8 years will not get drafted into the military because Trump got us into some stupid war. Okay? And then, you know, and even when we hit the Gulf War, we didn't reinstitute the draft. That didn't happen. Okay? I was in the Navy during that time. You know? I was literally, I was in the Navy when that happened. When that happened for both the, let's see, both things that went on. You know, I was in the Navy at that time. I could have gone over there. My ship was getting ready to decommission at the time. You know, so it didn't happen. You know, but if you understood that, you know, we aren't gonna reinstitute the draft anytime soon. You know, and quit letting your imagination get away from you. You know, I do not understand Democrats at all. You know, I mean, do you guys really want to destroy America? You know, because Obama's done a great job of it. Okay, and if you know, and I can guarantee you that you will not have to take crappy job after crappy job after crappy job in the next 4 or 8 years, as long as Donald Trump is president. Okay, that will not happen. That will not happen to you. But did it happen to me? Yeah, it did happen to me. I've not had a decent job since I graduated in 2011. Okay? So if you Democrats want to complain about Trump, fine. But things are going to be a lot better than when, a lot better now than they were the last 8 years because of Obama. He has done a horrible, horrible, horrible job. He probably did a few things right. He probably got a couple things, you know. Probably did some good somewhere. I don't know where, but I'd have to look and I'd have to think about it and go, yeah, maybe he did okay in that area. But other than that, you know, he just did an awful job, you know, and you don't understand. You didn't graduate when he was president. You didn't have to take crappy job after crappy job after crappy job just to get a job. You didn't have to do that. So how would you know what it was like when he was president? How would you understand how much suffering he caused? You know? you wouldn't understand that at all. But there are millions of people like me who went through a lot of crap because of him. You know? And they had voted for him. They had voted for him. You know? There's probably a lot of black excuse me. There's probably a lot of black people that voted for him. You know? That were totally disappointed. We're totally and completely disappointed because he had screwed up so badly. You know? He did such a terrible job. You know? And yet, you know, you have a decent job and it's like, you still think, oh no, he did a great job. Baloney he did. That's a bunch of crap. Think about it. Think about how much better the economy's gonna be because of Trump. You know? Think for a change. Yeah, I should, you know, quit just taking what the liberal media that's being paid by the Democrats to tell you that. You know, think about it. Quit believing them and think for yourself for a change. You know. All right, see you later.